we're gonna start with a very simple mood check on this, and every now and then here, we go a little bit more into the deep and just ask how are you, but like really how are you, just to bring some humanity to this space. So, you want to start, Costa? And how are you?
Okay. Well, right now I am at the end of the day, so I'm getting tired already. On a general life moment way, I'm good. It's summer, which I'm occasionally excited about. I had a lot of summers as a kid in the islands, so summer it's kind of an okay season. So I'm not like especially motivated about it. I'm more motivated about autumn coming. I might be starting a master on September, so I'm excited and expectant. And I think that's all. I'll pass it to you, Iram.
Yeah, I've been good on a general sense. I've been way worse this this year. I'm happy in a good transition moment in my life. Happy to be home in Turkey and the coast. Sometimes a little overwhelmed with the uncertainty coming towards me, but also so many new exciting things like being part of TC and getting more in Web3, learning kite surfing. Gideon knows, and all that good stuff. So yeah, but overall, good and happy and feeling grateful. And I'll pass it to LBS.
Hello, yes. We are on an opening question, which is quite simple. How are you? But like, really, how are you? Just to be a little bit more open today.
Yeah, today I'm definitely struggling a bit. I hurt myself in an exercise class yesterday. Not so bad that I won't be okay, but bad enough that I am in pain and need to do a lot of resting. So I will mostly listen in today. But in general, yeah, a strange mixture of like good and hard, you know. Was really struggling with some like sudden financial issues, and then also really like meeting that struggle with a lot of the like emotional tools that I've been learning and having that work really well. So it's been like hard things, but really powerful, like showing up inside of myself. And I think that there is like a phase of like opening up and expansion and blessings like kind of coming my way. I just feel it. I'm not sure who has gone yet, but I'm mostly going to listen today. So I'll pass it back to you, Edu.
Thank you, Luis, and thank you for sharing that. How about you, Gideon?
Hey everyone. Well, as Edu knows, last Friday I was in a little bit of a dour mood. Just having a lot of stuff that was seeming to be kind of stuck, and on several fronts. But I think those are starting to open up, and that's good. Very nice weekend though. Very restorative weekend. Hanging out, family, hanging out in Seattle was nice. Nice weather, and so yeah, I'm back. I think that's everybody, right? I'm going to pass back to you.
Thank you. So for me, it was sort of a restoring weekend. I was really tired mentally, emotionally, and physically from Paris. For those who doesn't know me, I do not like heat. Paris was really hot, so that took a toll on me. And I basically like slept like 12 hours on Saturday, so that helped a lot. And it has been quite a heavy day today. But for some reason, I feel like really motivated, so I'm still up and I'm still present here. So that's how I am. Then let's go into the agenda. I want to ask openly to everyone who feels like sharing this, who is gonna be around in August, either for these calls or either for the TEC, just in general sense. So I will write down just to make sure who will be around, just for the sake of organizing ourselves a little bit better. So I will pass around the mic, and you can keep passing it. Costa, how about you?
Yes. Back to you, Iram.
Yes, me as well.
Same.
Will you pass it on to someone, Niren?
Oh yes, LBS.
I think they are mostly. There you go.
Yeah. I intend to be around, and in the capacity that I have been.
Thank you. How about you, Gideon?
On the 19th, I'm going to be going on a road trip that will go until like the 7th of September or 8th of September. But I'll be on a lot of those mornings. I'll be working for probably like 3 hours or so. So yeah, I'll probably be here for that. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Thank you. And I will be also present. So, I am intending to. Hello, Bear 100. Nice to see you here. We just you just finished the question, but you can answer if you feel like. And the question is, how are you? But really, how are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty good. Busy. Trying to set my priorities and organize myself. A little tired I was, but the weekend helped to recover. And yeah, I'm excited, motivated. I like being busy, but like enjoying the work. I think that's a good combination. So I'm good. Yeah, pass it back to you.
Thank you. And there was a second question, which was, are you gonna be around in August? And if not, when will you be available?
Oh yeah, for sure. I will be in August. Like it won't change for me.
Okay, nice. And then Irene, how are you? The question for the same for everyone. How are you? But really, how are you? If you feel like sharing, Irene.
Hi everybody. I am really reflective. I have been studying and thinking and reading a lot. I am interested in work culture and culture in organization in general, and thinking about how can I express the feelings I have regarding what I have read in knowledge with my mind. So how can they be together, and then I can express them? So it's a really insightful and exploration work. um I feel good, thank you.
Thank you, Irene. Just to ask a quick answer, I will say just put these thoughts on a Google Docs, and feel free to share it on the general chat or to the Communitas working group or to whoever you think could provide the feedback if you want a feedback, or to just share for the sentiment of sharing. I think that's the easiest way to pull these ideas and share these ideas to the rest of the community.
And thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, following up, there is some updates that I need to give in general regarding the stewardship. So, for those who are not familiar, currently we have there is a budget for Communitas that was passed, and it's covering up, I think, all the way up to December. And currently, there are 4 people that are receiving compensations from the Communitas working group: Costa as a guide, me as a steward, Gideon as a community builder, and ViV as ops. And there is going to be a certain transition that will happen, and I look forward to it, which is basically I will decrease the amount of hours I will dedicate to the DEC. I got hired in a new position in another project that is really exciting for me at the moment. So I'm looking forward to basically mentor someone or help to develop someone's skills on facilitation and onboarding calls and all this process that I currently do along with Costa. Um, so if you know anyone who will like on the task, or if you yourself are up for that task, please send me a DM. Basically, the intention would be that I will take probably more than half of the budget allocated to the stewardship to this person. So it won't be a free position. It will be covered partially from my stipend from stewardship, because I won't be doing the whole spectrum of that role. And I'm looking for someone who is interested on learning about these soft skills or learning about more the TEC and actually convey and communicate with others about the TEC and what we do here. And they'll like our values and they'll like our principles and the way we operate here and the cultural layer. There is no need for a technical background because that's something that, as many of us here, have developed through time. So it just takes a little bit of learning curve. But I just wanted to share this, and this goes along with this item that says the vision for Communitas. And my expectation is that Communitas becomes like a cultural build rather than just a working group. So the things that we are working currently here, which is community building and how strong relationships and awareness and careness and the human value in an organization, it will be ideal that this gets embodied by the entire community, not only for this working group. So my mission for probably the next month will be to find ways of how we can scale this empathy and open space that we have built here in this working group to the rest of the community, and make sure that the rest of the stewards also have access to these soft skills. And if not, this person that will be with me can also provide the support to the other stewards who may not have these skills like them. So this is a little bit of the vision of the Communitas working group, that eventually it will become part of the organization in a more structural way and in a more cultural way and more ingrained. And so here is why I asked the question: if anyone knows someone that is good at onboarding or like dealing with people and so on. So I will just mute myself for few seconds, and if anyone wants to say something or offer themselves, or privately or publicly, you're more than welcome. Or if anyone has any comment regarding maybe what is your vision for the Communitas working group in the next 6 months. So I will count down to 0, and whoever unmutes, I will just pass the word to them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So that's the update on stewardship. I don't know, LDS, that you are currently only listening, but feel free to add any comment on the next topic, which was updates on the template for contributors. You don't need to unmute yourself. Just type in whatever you feel like, if there's any update on the template for contributors, and if you need anything else from the stewards or from coordination, because Tam has been out for 2 weeks, I think. So that has complicated stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just jump in real quick. I put in the Communitas chat just the update for what I'm kind of viewing as the final version of the ZenHub templates, and I welcome any feedback on that document that I linked and kind of the next steps. I'm working on an explainer for everybody in the community about those templates and a feedback survey, and so it's really just getting kind of the go-ahead light on that, and for putting that out and testing it. And then I need help from a ZenHub, official person who has the permissions to implement those templates. Basically where I'm at.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I think that person at the end will be either Nate or Tam, who has the access to the GitHub changes, the repository of the GitHub, to make those changes. So I will make sure to follow up that document, LBS, so we can start implementing it. All right. The next topic of the agenda, it's something that I think we have shared in other calls. If not, I will just reshare it. And it's about Otterspace. And I think we talked about this on Friday, Gideon. And for those who doesn't know, Otterspace, it's a platform that aims to, be an engager platforms for contributors to DAOs and offer a different set of skills and capabilities and possibilities within the idea of a membership. So I'm gonna share this with you guys just briefly, just to explain a little bit about what is Otterspace. So basically, this is the main page of Otterspace. This is a placeholder, just to demo reasons. And the idea about Otterspace is that basically, if you are a DAO, you can create badges, and these badges are actually a token, and this token will help you. You can set up all the values for this token that you want. You can set up the name, you can set the art, the expiration date if you want one for that, and all this process, and then you can mint these badges and these tokens to anyone in a way to keep track of things. You have different functionalities. For example, let's think about the guy role. If you want the guy role to be changed every 6 months, then you mint a badge that will last only 6 months for guides. And also, if you have other social roles that you want to implement, you can give away these badges to these social roles. So you want to engage with them, only with them, or for any other purpose that we may think about. So this is an update for Gideon and for everyone else. Finally, they opened the beta because we were waiting for the beta test to be open. And they basically share with me a little bit of the instructions that we should provide. So there's this need of filling this Airtable that I'm linking here. Please don't fill it in if you don't have the information. This is more for sharing context. And the idea is that we will add the multisig address, which I don't know, Gideon, if you want to use Communitas multisig or sample multisig. For me, it's both of them works. And then I have not fulfilled this yet, but this is what will give us access to the Otterspace beta, Gideon. And also, they mentioned that they will grant like a token to our multisig, and by doing so, we will gain access to this. Does that sound good to you, Gideon? Or anyone else have any question regarding this?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, let me look it over today. Did they give us any more information about the beta and like how that rolls out, or like?
Yes. So they explained that in a couple of weeks they're gonna launch on Optimism testnet, and then a few days later they will launch on mainnet. So they are gonna launch on Optimism first as a test to try it out and so on. And they are asking for us to try it out in these few weeks, just to see how it looks and if we have any adaptation to make to our space. And we need the call to action is to fill this form, and then later on to just join their Discord to manually assign the roles that we need in order to modify this correctly, it seems. So those are the two calls to action.
And so the testnet is going for, what did you say, like 2 weeks test?
Yes. She mentioned, Emily, who is the contact from Otterspace, she mentioned that this private beta phase, the next couple of weeks, we are launching Optimism testnet, and in a short succession of days, we make.
Sorry, hold on.
No worries. Did you manage to grasp what I said?
Yeah. And then after the 2 weeks, then the beta goes, it's like a public beta, or what happens after 2 weeks?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, it is expected to be a public beta afterwards. But I think with this beta, we can immediately say right away if this will work for us or not.
Okay, that's cool. Maybe you and I can we just talk afterwards real quick, and then see like yeah, what's the best multi-sig and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, that's the Otterspace. The idea for everyone here to have a little more of context is that we will use Otterspace to have a better role assignment here in Discord, to be able to handle membership in a different way, and to have a better approach to the way we handle membership. And regarding the last topic, which is this document that will go live tomorrow on the forum. And for those who want to know more about the cultural build or the context about membership in the TEC, I prepared this document, which basically had gone through some reviews. It's only the first 3 pages. You can forget about the rest of the pages after page 3. But the idea is that basically this is a proposal to update the way we perceive membership at the TEC. So it's divided in 4 parts. The first one is just providing some context. The second one is the proposal specifically and what it takes and what it goes through, the rationale behind this proposal, and then the conclusion with some final actions items to take. And at the bottom, some glossaries with some concept in case you are not familiar with these 3 concepts. So I'm expecting some review from Libby and Tam, Gideon, of course, in between these days. And basically, this document will go live into the forum, just to seek consensus from the community regarding if we are aligned in the way we proposed community membership is viewed. Does anyone have any question regarding this or any clarification needs to be done? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That's all I got for today on the agenda, actually. I don't know if anyone have. I have one more thing, which is that these meetings will start to be bi-weekly until September. So next Monday, there won't be a meeting of Communitas working group. I will still be available. Everyone, if you need anything, I can still be here. But it will start being bi-weekly until September. So next week there won't be a call. Expect one the Monday afterwards. So I will open the floor just in case anyone has any question or something needs clarifications, or if I missed something, or simply if you didn't understand something. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If no one has any question, I think this pretty much is the meeting for today. It was quite short. So I look forward to see you all, not next Monday, but the one afterwards. And Gideon, we can maybe stay on this call and keep working on the Otterspace thing if you feel like.
Sure.
All right. So thanks everyone, and have a nice Monday. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye, everyone.
All right.
Would you guys mind if I just listen in? I just found
No.
interesting the
Yeah,
platform.
of course not.
Stay.
Awesome, thanks.
No, thank you.
So, well, that's great news. That's really good news. I'll drop a note to Angela too, just
Right.
to kind of follow up on that.
Yeah.
So, multi-sig address. You know, what's the TEC? I guess this is one question I should know the answer to, but do we not have a multi-sig for the TEC? We don't. Right?
That's a laser tag, if I'm not wrong.
So that's it. That's the only. That's like. Yeah, that's really, That's an interesting question. So, okay. And so I'm just trying to think like what,
Yep.
Okay, so this would be where payments are probably going out through, if they charge
What do you
us.
mean?
Well, is there any charge for this service?
No. Not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes,
I will.
just-
I will. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I will suggest to use Communitas one since we have already Mitch, Nate, you, and Tam as signers. For me, it's the simplest one because we already have the key people that we need as
Yeah,
signers
I
there.
think just do it. I think that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so I will just copy and paste the smooth sig. Oh, that's it. I thought they were asking for more information.
Okay.
Is
So
that-
then you're gonna basically give us an NFT that we can then use to access their like a certain channel in their server or something. Is that what it is?
yeah, it seems that they don't call it an NFT; they call it a token.
Okay.
So there is that. Hello, Mini. How you doing? We are currently working a little bit on a document. But feel free to stay and listen and ask if you have any question.
Hi, sure. Yeah.
Thank you. We just finished the meeting, so that's why we are just here, just talking.
Oh, I got late.
No, it's all good. If you have any question regarding Communitas or anything that it's in your mind, please don't hesitate.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. So the next steps, Gideon, will be to join their Discord, which is a different Discord actually than the one. I'm seeing like you're not seeing it because I'm the one seeing it, but I don't know how this works. But yeah, basically just join their Discord, and I will send you the link so you can also join if you feel like.
Okay. Okay. And then we just need to configure the setup, right, for the badges and everything.
Yeah, exactly. That will be, I guess, the next steps. To just do that, and I think that's pretty much all.
Yeah. And so actually, so thinking about that, how do you see this? So now we actually have this tool, we have access to it. How do you see this mapping to the steps that are in your proposal?
That's a peculiar part. So, sorry, wrong document. There you go. So basically, what I thought about doing with the document. Let me open up again. Let me share the screen. I will also like your feedback, Beer 100, on this document. Just if you agree, disagree, if you have any feedback for it, it will be welcome. So for me, the key important is this part. So in Otterspace, I think that it will be quite easy to manage this and to just, for example, have one dashboard that is for newcomer and that they can have links to Twitter, Discord forum and make sure that they click on those. And when they do that, we give them a badge of newcomer. And that badge of newcomer gives them access to the next step, which is doing this. And then basically, they have to do these 3 steps. And by doing so, we'll give them the badge of membership. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So for me, it would be like 2 menus and 2 steps. One step, we consolidate this information, and the second step, we have the other one.
Okay, let me just read this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. So I will just quickly show if it's still available. Let me check if it's still available. I will show you guys how the normal Otterspace looks. Because I only show you. Okay, here we go. Let me change the screen that I'm showing. And let's go to this one. This was the old version, so the new version will be different. But basically, you have this fixed link And on this fixed link, you will have these 3 things at your left. Yeah, you can set up manually however you want, and you can name it however you want. So basically, you have these 3 steps, which you can include proposals, you can include a calendar. And what I thought was, okay, then we will have, rather than that basic information, we will have like step 1, become a newcomer. Step 2, become a member. Step 3, additional information that you need to know.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. So to become a newcomer, that's not really. So how will we know when somebody has completed those things? Or is that just like, maybe that's more like, you are a newcomer. Here's things we recommend for you to do.
Yeah.
Like, right. So you come in as a newcomer. Once you come to this thing, you're a newcomer?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, just from a language thing. And then it's like, steps to becoming a member include these.
Yes.
And then, will this automatically, like, this won't automatically detect whether somebody's been praised, whether they praise somebody. So, like, how are you picturing that we, and same with the community offering, right?
So I think that the easiest way is to just create a role, that it's a symbolic role for community offering. So if someone does it, we just manually, you do the community offering, and maybe you receive a message that says click this and you will be assigned a role, or we manually assign you a role, or this emoji selection, whatever it is, that automatically says, oh, you offered, you are part of culture of gratitude, you are grateful, something like really nice and simple, like you are grateful kind of role. And so basically we provide this role to everyone who do the community offering. That's how I envision this, or yeah, something along those lines.
And then Otterspace can detect whether somebody has an assigned role. Is that right?
Yes, that supposedly it's a feature that they have.
Okay.
It needs a bit of time to be set up, but once this is set up, it should be running smoothly.
So we would have just like the Communitas guides being able to set those roles, or some set of people can assign the roles.
Correct. We won't have a huge stream of people, so it's something that is doable at the manual level, I think.
And then praising someone, how would you detect that? Do you know?
By having the praise giver role. It's not about praising someone, it's being part of the praise system.
I see. So yeah, so it's not praise someone, it's you actually have been activated.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And then, so you may want to just, in the document, you may want to just clarify that.
Correct. Okay.
And then, yeah. I mean, it would be cool to be able to do it based on, whether or not somebody's actually issued praise. And there's probably a way of doing that, but like, just to get going, I think that's probably too much.
Yeah. And at some point, we can even took down some of the things. It's for me, it's a test if we apply this vision of token engineering to this process, if it works. So we will have to run a test to see how people react to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then signing the covenant, they should be able to check for that, right? Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Because
for me, it's only a self-check. Like what we can do is to embed the covenant maybe into the like a social contract within the app, of Otterspace, so they just do like checked, you know.
Oh yeah, that's possible. Well, you know about the whole Gardens thing, that you can go straight to Gardens, the covenant, and just sign it, right?
But that's another which is nice, but we have no checking that they actually did it. That's it. That's the comment.
Yeah, I think that's the question. Is can we confirm systematically? Like there is a signature, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That it's recorded on the blockchain, so we could probably look for that.
Yeah, but that's tricky.
Yeah.
It requires development. That's what I mean.
So what you're saying? Just put the covenant into Otterspace?
Yeah, and do a check mark. Kind of.
Okay.
Land.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I think it's probably just worth notifying like Livy and. I don't know,
Yeah.
Right. Just. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I sent her the document first, to just also make sure that.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. So are you going to actually outline like what these? Now that's too much detail for this document, but I'm just saying, like, letting her know that it's like there would be 2 versions of the covenant lying around now.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is. I don't know.
I mean, the covenant is a social contract. Like, most of the people won't read it. So for me, what is important is just the fact that people at least know it exists. It doesn't matter where they sign it. It's just awareness that there is something you are bound to by joining the community.
Do you want me to ask NT, because he could probably check with the folks at OneHive about how easy it is to just check signing the covenant?
Sure.
Guards.
Yep.
Because I mean, ideally it would be only one place. Like, it seems like not a big deal right now, but down the road, if we have it in 2 or 3 places, then it's like, oh wait, did you really sign it? Then we have to like check all these different places. Whereas if it's in one place, there's only one place we have to check. So let me just ask and see if it's easy.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
And then connect wallet with Praise System. Is that the same as join the Praise System, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So then
yeah, that's why for me, on the cultural layer, I will probably just take out join the Praise System and just leave it on the economic layer.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to think, like I think that this is kind of one of those things where we'll learn a lot more once we're actually in the tool playing around with it. That's my guess. So basically you're just trying to kind of like get people with this proposal just bought into conceptually what we're talking about, and then we'll basically figure out how to actually implement it.
Yep. Correct.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Bear, do you have any thoughts?
No, nothing yet. I think it's the same. I think once we're already using the tool, we'll get more insights and knowledge on if it's actually working. So yeah, no, I just never heard of it, and I just found it really interesting, and I think it's gonna be useful. Yeah, all good.
All right.
Okay.
Is there something else you would like to talk, Gideon? Or Bear?
No. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thanks.
I will see
you.
you in 2 Mondays. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.